Hello viewers, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new around here. Today we have a little 1v1 video between Morxy and Hyder. We're going to stay on board with Morxy throughout these games though, because this video is going to be focused on him and why he is the best 1v1 French player in the world. Now obviously these two matches against Hyder, who is a really good ones player by the way, doesn't necessarily prove that Morxy is the best 1v1 player in the world in France, or maybe just overall, but you know, these two replays will give you a very good insight as to why he is the best ones player for France at the moment. I mean, I don't think it's really close either. I'm just trying to think. Monkey Moon, I would put second, possibly. Yeah, I would put Monkey Moon second, and then Juicy is a very good 1v1 player as well for France at the moment. Quite a new name, but very, very good. He will definitely have the opportunity to become the best French 1v1 player in the world, no doubt about it. He's that good. Morxy at the moment is far ahead of his counterparts at the moment, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people's opinions as well. I think a lot of people would agree with that, and arguably the best ones player in the world, you know, when he's at his best. But Hyder on the other team currently making waves for himself. I mean, I see his name a lot, and he's taken down some big names, and he's definitely a very, very solid 1v1 player. I believe he's Italian. I hope I'm getting that right. So yeah, we'll give Hyder the props, you know, where it's due. But Morxy, this video is about Morxy, and although he has just gone 3-2 down, you'll see why he is deemed the best French 1v1 player, because it's just effortless what he does. I mean, he's got this kickoff here, which you'll see more of, and you see a lot more pros doing it now. It's sort of like a single jump into the ball, and then you use your second jump as a wave dash to then accelerate the ball and win the kickoff, and it's extremely effective. And I think Morxy, for me, does it best out of anybody. He's definitely the most consistent with it. A lot of pros have got consistent with it, but for me Morxy was the first one to be consistent with it and be really good at it. And he is 4-2 down here, unlike Morxy, but Hyder, again, like I said, a very solid ones player, so he's no joke of a player here. And we've got two replays as well to show you today between these two. And Morxy is going to get himself a kick-off goal of his own here and bring the game back within one. It's only a minute and 25 has passed, so Morxy's got plenty of time to get himself back in the lead in this game. I'm not even sure he's been in the lead yet, actually. I think did he score the first goal? I believe he did. Morxy, we're going to stay on board with him, like I said, throughout both replays, because this video is about him. And he's going to take the ball in the air here and try and take some control, but he actually ends up losing control of the ball. And Hyder jumps in, takes the ball from him, but probably gets too heavy of a touch in the tackle itself. And now Morxy's able to go back, take the ball back off of him. And now he's got half a tank of boost to play with, or just under now. But he is going to have the open net to play with as well, because he does get the demo on Hyder. I'm not sure he meant too much about it, or knew too much about it, I should say. But nonetheless, he gets the demo. It probably was intentional. It just happened so quick that to me it didn't look intentional. But these guys, you know, they're constantly thinking on their toes, on their feet, and they're just so fast. They're so fast at making decisions and all of that kind of stuff, and so fast at knowing what they're going to do next, when they're going to take the shot. I mean, I don't know whether these pros plan ahead. It's hard to in 1v1 to plan ahead of what your plan is. You know, sometimes you just got to go with what's happening at the moment and make a decision last second. And Morxy's one of the best at doing that, and he's also one of the best at doing those things right there. Flicks. Unbelievable. His flick game is just unbelievable. I don't think anybody can match it, maybe apart from Lion Blaze in North America. Lion Blaze might actually be still the best flicker of the ball, but Morxy, at least in EU, by far the best at it. Absolutely, hands down. That's a decent shot from Hyder. I thought it was going in, but not quite, and it actually turns out to be quite a bad shot, because he cannons it off the backboard, and it allows Morxy just to run onto the bounce and take the goal in the open net, and he's now 7-4 up. And only halfway through this game, so he's mounted a really good comeback here as Morxy. And like I said at the beginning of the game, he's that kind of player that just does that. You know, you can just turn it on, switch it on whenever he wants, even if it looks like he's down and out. He never is. He never really is. And that's a really good clean save from Morxy there. He does miss the open net here, but he's going to get another chance to bury it, and he does so perfectly. Reads the bounce off the backboard so cleanly, so effortlessly, almost like a pre-jump before the ball even hit the backboard, and he reads it perfectly. 8-4. To Morxy now, and just over 2 minutes remaining. He's going to take control of this ball, winning the kickoff once again. He's going to go for a pinch shot here. He does get a lot of power on it, to be fair. The direction not too much. He would have wanted Maybe, well, he would have wanted more power than that. It was decent power, but probably not enough. And obviously the accuracy let him down as well. But Moxie, again, I keep saying he's really good at this and that, but he is really good at everything. And he does get quite fortunate there, though. I mean, that was a little bit lucky. I don't think he meant to miss the ball or fake it there, but it does fake Hyder out. And Moxie's really good at the pinch game, so you probably will see more of that if he gets the opportunity to. And he's going to try and take control of the ball. He does have 0 boost. He's going to try and pick up this pad and go to his corner, which he does so. And now he's able to pressure Hyder straight away. Forces Hyder to go in the air. Hyder does have a decent chance here, but he doesn't quite get the reset that he wanted on the ball by the looks of it. Or he tried to fake Moxie, but it didn't work. Moxie isn't going to fall for that. And now he's got control of the ball and he's going to look to fire one of his flick shots in. And you got to be careful backing off against Moxie because he will fire one of these flicks at you at 1 billion miles an hour. He does it so consistently. And he will keep doing it. And now Hyder on the ball here. Not quite creative enough from Hyder so far. Unfortunately, in this game is a little bit too direct. And it's looking quite easy for Moxie just to defend everything that he's getting thrown at him. And now he gets a good bump on Hyder. He's probably going to get a 10th. Not quite. Hyder does just about recover and get the save. And now there's only 50 seconds left. Hyder looking like he's going to be losing this one, unfortunately, and pretty comfortably as well. 5 goals in it between these two. Quite a big margin in 1v1. Big margin in any game mode, actually. But definitely 1v1. And, well, Hyder does get himself a 5th goal at the end there. I thought he may have not got his flip, but I think he faked it and went low, used his flip on the ground. It was actually a really good play. And Moxie couldn't do anything about that one. 30 seconds left. Hyder, he needs 4 goals in 30 seconds and Moxie has control and he's just going to waste time. It's probably not going to happen for Hyder. He does get a decent little dunk there on Moxie. Tries to lift it over Moxie's head, but he doesn't have enough power in the shot to get it past him. And now Moxie's going to look for his 10th goal. He gets a reset. He isn't going to use it though. Maybe he didn't get the reset, who knows. He didn't use it if he did. And Hyder just challenged him as quick as he could, but it doesn't matter. Moxie is going to take the win in this one. One thing I will say about Hyder, I never really see him forfeit. That's a really nice shot as well, actually, from Hyder, as I say that. Bottom left corner. Well, he has forfeited. Look, he's forfeited on 1 second. But what I'm saying is he never really gives up too early in the game. And typically, as I say, he never forfeits. He does. Typical. But yeah, he doesn't give up early in the games. You know, the replays that I've seen of Hyder, he usually goes right to the end no matter what. Unless he is like completely out of it. But if there's a chance, he'll stick around. And I like that about Hyder. Anyway, there is another replay between these two. Okay, next replay on board with Moxie, and this match was played immediately after the game we just saw. So, as you can see, they're both in the same cars. It quite literally is immediately after they queued back into each other. And Hyder there getting a decent bump on Moxie on the way back, just to knock Moxie off his path, so he didn't score the easy open net. And he gets a demo on Moxie as well. Now Hyder probably should go 1-0 up here. Yeah, Moxie spawns on the wrong side. You saw Moxie turning to the right there, off of the spawn. And that's because he was hoping he would just spawn on the left side and then turn right straight into the ball and save it. And it's a risk worth taking because even if he spawned on the left side and guessed right and turned left, he still wasn't going to get back to that. So yeah, he had to keep his wheels pointing right there. And he gets a really nice shot off the bar. Oh, and he reads it off of the bar and down as well. That's a really, really good read from Moxie to keep his car committed there. Most people probably would have turned away from that one. But that's a really nice read off of the bounce on the crossbar. Just to get enough on it. The ball had a lot of power behind it, and now he's going to look for one of his flicks. Not quite his best flick. It's very central, not a lot of power, but he gets a really good bump on Hyder, who somehow gets back actually. He recovers really well. Now Moxie has a 100 boost. Hyder waiting for the boost to spawn. Moxie spots that and decides to rush in. But Hyder does come away with the ball in the end. Anyway, Moxie missing the boost momentarily. Hyder gets a nice reset on the ball, but it's a little bit direct again from Hyder. Maybe not enough pace in his gameplay, maybe just a little bit direct, and Moxie is going to get an open net here. He does actually miss it. I think it was just about an open net for Moxie, but it's a tough shot with 0 boost. He's trying to catch the ball with 0 boost. It's not easy. And with Hyder closing down the angle, Moxie probably a little bit pressured there to score that one. It's not a great save either, but it turns out to be a good save because Hyder doesn't spot the dodgy save from Moxie that actually probably should have been Hyder's ball in the end. If Hyder just stuck around after that save in the middle, he would have had an open net, but not expecting that kind of save, so fair enough on Hyder's part. And Moxie does end up getting the goal out of it, and he's going to get another goal here after kickoff to make it 3-1. And now, with only a minute and a half gone in this game, Moxie looking like he could run away with this one once again. Hyder maybe just Needs to open up his angles a bit more. He's a little bit too direct on Morksy at the moment on his attacks, and Morksy's going to get another goal here to make it 4-1. And he's just skipping past Hyder every single time. Morksy's got his eyes on Hyder. And as soon as Hyder makes that move to move in, Morksy's just getting these little touches, these little flicks around Hyder, and it's just giving him an open net every time. And now he's won another kickoff. And he's going to probably go low with this one, which he does. Oh, that's beautifully done by Morksy once again. Oh my god, this guy just makes it look too easy. He goes low, catches the ball perfectly underneath Hyder. Expected Morksy maybe to take a shot. Morksy doesn't take the shot, allows Hyder just to fake himself out pretty much. But Hyder does get a goal off the kickoff to make it his second goal of the game. Plenty of time for Hyder to come back into this, and a kickoff goal is a good way to do it because Morksy has been winning most kickoffs. So Hyder getting a kickoff goal of his own is encouraging, but Morksy again comes away with possession off the kickoff. He's looking for that flick. He's not quite getting it at the moment. Not from what I'm used to seeing, but one of them will happen, believe me. He'll keep going for these flicks and one of them will work, and it'll be an absolute cannon as well. And there's no way of saving them unless you're going to pre-jump it. But Hyder's on the ball here. He's got a chance to make it 2 goals in between them, but again, a little bit lackluster from Hyder. It's just very direct and quite little power in his shots, and Morksy's just saving them really comfortably, pushing it past Hyder at the same time and getting the open net every single time. Hyder maybe, like I said, needs to open up some angles a bit more, or try and go for some bumps, you know? Take the ball in the air and go for an edge or a bump, something like that. Morksy is very good at defending those, but it's worth a try when there's not much else working for you. Morksy going for another pinch here. Like I said, he will go for them if he gets a chance. That one not as good as his first one, and his first one wasn't good enough to score, so that one definitely isn't good enough. But he will keep going for them. That's a little bit of a desperate challenge there from Morksy. He was never going to get that, and Hyder just takes the ball past him quite comfortably for his 3rd goal. But Morksy knows he's comfortable in this game. He can take a few risks here and there because he's looking like the much better player at the moment. He's looking like he can just score when he wants almost. And he spots Hyder moving in there, so he does go early with the ball. He can't quite get the demo, although there were some sparks there. Obviously not connecting on the screen. I mean, if you connect on the replay, you'd think it's a demo, but hey, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of demos and connection on this game, so yeah. Minute and 40 left. Morksy looking like he could get his 7th goal here with a reset. He gets the dunk as well on Hyder. It's a little bit fortunate, but again, Hyder probably needs to just push the ball away into his own corner there a bit more. But he's obviously expecting a bit more power on the shot from Morksy, and that's why he got so goal side of it. And he ended up pushing it back into Morksy, who then just dunked him quite comfortably on the line. And Morksy now control the ball again. Not quite actually, misses control. But he has still got the ball. Luckily for him. Otherwise Hyder would have moved in there onto the open net. He's going to go for a nice must here and then try and air dribble it afterwards. Not quite getting it though. And Hyder going to try and break out of his own corner, but Morksy not letting him, standing firm. And it's a little bit of an awkward aerial, but he somehow recovers mid-air using his flip to get around the ball. It looked like it was going to be a really awkward aerial and he was going to miss the ball. But yeah, he used his flip to recover and kept boosting. That's not easy at all. That's really difficult to do. That's really impressive stuff from Morksy there. Even for him, that's extremely impressive. Even for any pro, that's really, really impressive stuff. Hyder does get a dunk on Morksy. Then he's going to try and read this, and he does so. Morksy getting caught on his post there a little bit. A little bit of an awkward one, honestly, to read, but a good shot from Hyder nonetheless. A good play to set himself up and get his 4th goal of the game, but he's got to get 4 more goals in 45 seconds just to tie this game up. And a bit like the first game, it's looking a little bit unlikely, unfortunately, for Hyder, who I think is a really good ones player, and I do really rate him. But yeah, maybe just not aggressive enough in this game was Hyder. Morksy sort of just dribbling and having fun. And there's another flick, and that one did have really good power on it, but Hyder just about gets enough on the ball to save that one. And now it's looking like it's just going to be a bit of a fun end to the game here. Both players know the game's over. Again, this is what I like about Hyder. Maybe some people find it frustrating. They'd rather they just forfeit, but I respect it. Hyder doesn't ever give up, you know, and I respect that. I think that's cool. It's always good, especially if you're going to queue straight back into your opponent. You know, it's good to have a good finish to the game and then have hopefully a strong start to the following game. Instead of just forfeiting, getting annoyed, you know, you're not going to be setting yourself up for the following game. Hyder doesn't allow that to happen. He doesn't forfeit. I don't think he gets annoyed, because if he was, he'd be forfeiting. And, you know, that's a good thing, because he can finish a game strong even if he loses. and then go into the next game with a bit more of a positive mindset. I hope you guys enjoyed these replays. Just goes to show how good Morksy really is. He was pretty casual in these 2 replays, and he won both of them comfortably as well. Definitely the best French 1v1 player in the world currently, hands down. Monkey Moon obviously up there as well, but I think Morksy definitely hands down the best one at the moment. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do leave a like if you did. Do subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Check out my other videos too if you are new around here. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you for keeping on clicking on my videos and viewing my channel. I really do appreciate it. It helps keep me motivated seeing that people are watching the videos, and it helps me understand what you guys are enjoying as well. So yeah, thanks a lot, and I will speak to you all very, very soon.